Live stream. Get this all set up. Let's get going, guys. NFL fans, welcome back to the J All Day Sports Show. We are talking the Super Bowl. Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs. We're getting close to just about a week out, guys. Only like 7 or 8 more days. And then it's time for the Super Bowl. Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Chiefs. Let's talk some ball today, guys. Let's talk some ball. I'm doing a lot of draft work leading up to the Super Bowl. Just released my Eagles mock draft, guys. Make sure you check that out in my videos. But it's been a lot of fun breaking down these rosters, trying to figure out who has the advantage, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Who do you have in the Super Bowl? You like the Philadelphia Eagles or you like the Kansas City Chiefs, man? I just actually got done rewatching the other Super Bowl where the Eagles just lost, right? But man, there was that one call on Bradbury that they called it a holding, but he had his hands on his hips for 2 seconds. Man, the Chiefs just continue to get calls and calls and more calls. It's really, really remarkable to see. It really, really is. Yeah, so the practice window is officially open for Brandon Graham, guys. So that is huge for the Philadelphia Eagles, guys. Huge. Absolutely huge. If they can get another pass rusher to add to this group that's already a pretty formidable group, adding Brandon Graham back in the mix is great. Go Birds, James, Jacob, Christina. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. We're here talking some Super Bowl football. All right, checking out some. That's Philip. What is going on? Yeah, man, let's get this. Philly is right. Let's get this. Philly is absolutely right, guys. I am extremely excited to talk some football with you guys today. Breaking down some of these different categories. First, let's talk about Jake Elliott for a second. I'm a little nervous about Jake Elliott for sure. 28 of 36 on the season, 47 of 48 in extra points, 6 for 7 in the playoffs. It's definitely a little concerning for me, guys. He hasn't been great all year long, so I really want to see him not miss any kicks in the Super Bowl, right? He definitely needs to be a little bit better. You can give him hopefully because he's repping a Pennsylvania team that he jumps over and is rooting for the Eagles during this game, right, guys? Not confident over 50 yards. Are you talking about a prop bet, Philip? Let me know what you're talking about. Oh, Jake Elliott. Yeah, he's been awful with kicks over 50 yards. Yeah, he's been really, really bad. Terrible. Yeah, he's been, I don't know, it's just a switch got flipped and he hasn't been great. But if you look at Harrison Butker's kicks over the course of the season, 21 of 25, 25 of 29 on extra points. He has been perfect in the playoffs, but yeah, whether it's Butker or Elliott, missing a kick could be huge in this spot, man. Yeah, Jake Elliott, he hasn't been good from 50 plus this year. Over the last couple seasons before this year, he was pretty automatic, right, guys? And he just hasn't been there this year at all whatsoever. I want to talk about the Eagles' rush defense a little bit, guys. One of the best in the business. 4.1 yards per carry, tied for 5th. And the Chiefs coming in with Pacheco and Hunt. Not the best group, you know what I mean? Yeah, James, I agree with you 100%, bud. He needs to be better. Hopefully, he's not put in a position to have to make kicks. I'm hoping the Eagles are efficient in the red zone and can get it done. You got to kicking field goals against the Chiefs isn't really going to work, right? We got to score touchdowns, man. We absolutely, it is imperative that the Eagles score touchdowns, man. Because if you're going to kick field goals, you're going to lose this game for sure. Yeah, I just want the refs to not call ticky-tack calls on either side. Let these guys play ball. And if it's an egregious penalty, by all means, call it. But like that penalty on Bradbury in the last Super Bowl, and the ball was uncatchable too. Like, you can't call holding or pass interference on a non-catchable ball. I just don't think you should be doing that. Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer, yikes. Yikes, Jacob. That's probably the biggest surprise of the offseason so far, guys, is Brian Schottenheimer going to the Cowboys. Yeah, James, that's how it should be. It just should be like umpires in baseball, right? Where, like, you don't even realize that they're there. You just don't know that they're there. They're a part of the game, but they don't become a part of the game. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. Yeah, I think the Steelers definitely move on from Russell Wilson. They need to figure something out because Justin Fields is not the guy either. They need to figure something out for sure. They've had since Roethlisberger left, they've been pretty awful. Pretty awful at the quarterback position. Straight up. They've just been bad. They've been awful. So the Philadelphia Eagles rush defense, only giving up 4.1 yards per carry this year, is huge. They definitely need to slow down the run game. They also need to keep Patrick Mahomes in the pocket, guys. Keep him in the pocket. It is so important to keep Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. The Buffalo Bills really struggled with keeping Mahomes in the pocket. He had 2 touchdowns, tons of third downs getting turned into first downs because they couldn't be disciplined in their rush lanes and let Patrick Mahomes sneak out of the pocket and pick up easy yards with his legs. The Eagles cannot do that. They cannot allow Patrick Mahomes to extend drives. You know, because if you have great coverage down the field, it doesn't matter if Mahomes busts out and gains 10. You know what I'm saying? So, and I do love the Eagles against the pass this year. They only allowed an 82.5 rate. That's third best in the NFL. And they're going against a wide receiver crew that's not great. Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Hopkins. Not really the best group, right? So they're definitely beatable. Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles drafted a quarterback in the 6th or 7th round this year. I think it's always good to bring in new blood at the quarterback position. Always be drafting one. Just having an extra guy on your roster that's like team controllable, especially if you draft him in a later round. He's not getting paid a lot of money. And, you know, you never know how these quarterbacks develop, right? How many sacks do I got on? Like, I think the Eagles don't blitz a lot, right? So, like, I don't think they're going to get a ton of sacks. I'm more worried about the pressures. If they can get pressures, get their hands up, get some deflections, that's what they want to do. And if they're going to try to double team Jalen Carter, we need guys like Josh Sweat and Nolan Smith to step up huge in this game. 100%, guys. 100%, right? So, the Chiefs' offensive line has not been good all season long. Jawan Taylor has struggled. He's given up like 7.5 sacks per year. And then they got Joe Tooney switching over from guard to play left tackle. That's kind of opening up some opportunities in the middle for guys like Jalen Carter to eat. Yeah, I mean, I think Hurts has to be like, he's probably going to take 2 or 3 sacks, I would probably say, right? 2 or 3 sacks, but that's not a big deal as long as he doesn't get strip sacked and fumble the ball. Sometimes you got to just take a sack, but he did a really good job the last couple weeks of like getting away from the pressure and getting rid of the football. That was huge. Really, really important for him to keep doing that. not turning over the ball, not forcing the ball down the field, and we got to turn red zone visits into touchdowns for sure. Yeah, the Chiefs have done a really good job protecting the football. They only have one takeaway. They've only turned the ball over one time in their last 9 games. The Eagles have been great at getting takeaways, right? The Eagles, 20 takeaways in their last 6 games, guys. So they've been really good at punching the ball out. They probably should have had a couple more interceptions versus Jaden Daniels as well, guys. Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts is going to have some opportunities to run the ball. And the stats I pulled up, the Kansas City Chiefs are really bad against play action, and they're also really bad against quarterbacks running the ball. They're giving up 4.9 yards per carry. So, to quarterbacks, and that's a huge number. Yeah, we need a monster game from Jalen Carter, man. A monster game. I don't see the Chiefs trying to, run the ball consistently versus the Eagles. They're probably going to rely on the pass a lot. So we really, really need the Philadelphia Eagles to be disciplined in their rush lanes. It's so important. Because if Patrick Mahomes is picking up first downs and scoring touchdowns with his legs, the Eagles probably lose this game, guys. So we definitely have to do a better job than the Bills did at containing Patrick Mahomes in the pocket, right? That's a huge deal. Defensive or offensive game, huh? I think it might be a defensive game, man. It might be a 25-20 type of game. I don't think it's going to be a 38-37. I don't know. I don't see that happening. I don't. But we'll see. Yeah, Xavier Worthy, I mean, the Bills they didn't have their number 1 corner. They didn't have their top safety. I don't think Xavier Worthy is that good. If Quinyon Mitchell can shut down Terry McLaurin, he can 100% shut down every single wide receiver on the Chiefs. Terry McLaurin is better than all of their receivers on the Chiefs combined. And he shut him down. It was very impressive. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, guys, if the Eagles won by 2 or 3 scores, I wouldn't be completely surprised. Yeah, Terry McLaurin is a dog, but man, Quinyon Mitchell D'd him up. D'd him up. Straight up. Terry McLaurin was extremely impressive, guys. Extremely impressive. Quinyon Mitchell, he's probably going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, man. What he's doing is unprecedented at the cornerback position, man. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes fan, I agree with you, bud. I think it's going to be a defensive game. The over-under, the last time I saw it was at 49, I think. You guys have any idea what the over-under is? Let's see. I'm going to go on DraftKings and check out the over-under. I think it was at 49 the last time I saw. But yeah, it could be definitely an under, 24-23, 26-20 type of game. And we go to the NFL. We're going to go check out this line in the sports book. It's at 48.5 now. I don't love that either way. But maybe you buy 1.5, get it up to 50, and pick the under. That's not a bad idea, guys. I don't think. I do like that bet. But yeah, I do like the Jalen Carter over prop for rushing yards. I think that's a good one as well. All right, guys, I'm going to switch over to the other live stream. For whatever reason, YouTube hasn't been pushing out my horizontal live streams. I don't know why, but I'm going to go switch over to the shorts one, and then we'll see if we can get some more viewers because there's only 7 people in here hanging out watching now. And last night I had 120 people watching the short one. So I'm going to end this live stream, guys, and go to the other one. I'll be right back.